Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for all the views on the last one, but today I'm going to be explaining why the Celtics are most likely going to be first or second round exits in the playoffs this year. First off, I want to consider Danny Ainge in all this. He has 3 trade exceptions at the moment, one big one, and he has decided not to do anything as of now with the trade exceptions. We have 1 week left for the trade deadline. I'd like to see him make a move, but on an interview this morning, he said, looks like we don't have the pieces to be a very good team right now. For him to just sit back on an interview and criticize us about how we're not a very good team, that makes me wonder what Danny Ainge is doing right now. He's not doing anything. Unless there's some big thing coming, he hasn't really shown that he wants the team to get better because he hasn't done anything to trade. There's going to be an ad, but I'm still going to be talking. But this team lacks good bench scoring. We can only really rely on Peyton Pritchard and Robert Williams to score off the bench any given night. And that's concerning because one of those guys is a rookie. Like, obviously, that's great for us in the future, but there's guys like Grant Williams and Semi Ojeleye that have been in the league for more years than Pritchard has, and they are too inconsistent. Grant Williams is too small to get boards and to do anything against bigger centers. And sometimes his shooting is bad too. Grant Williams and Ojeleye are two comparable players. They're both kind of like the same play style. They can shoot and they can provide spacing. But to be honest with you, Semi Ojeleye and Grant Williams are doing awful right now. I mean, they're super inconsistent. I see Grant Williams walk on the Celtics floor, and I instantly think if we have a lead, we're going to blow it. Obviously, he just made a 3 there. They're just showing good highlights about him, but he's not good at shooting. He can't seem to get a rebound. He hustles. He's a hardworking player, but it's just not enough sometimes because you need guys like Grant Williams, Semi Ojeleye. You need guys like them to provide efficient scoring off the bench. That's what this Celtics team needs. They need another bench scorer, which is why Harrison Barnes would be perfect for this team. Or somebody like Jeremy Grant. I mean, if we think about it, Marcus Smart would be off the bench if Jeremy Grant was on the team. And Marcus Smart would be great off the bench. That'd be amazing. But right now, this team is not looking promising. Jeff Teague is ass. Carson Edwards is ass. Javonte Green is ass. All these players, the bench isn't good. And when they get out there, I know we're going to blow a lead. It's very concerning as a Celtics fan. I am a Celtics fan, and it's very concerning to see that we're not doing as good as I originally thought we would. Danny Ainge is sitting there not doing anything. Brad Stevens is another problem. No, I'm not saying he should get fired. He's still a great coach. But it seems like he can't find a decent lineup. Like a decent lineup that can stay in the game. I don't know. His rotations are awful. And I figured after the All-Star break, it would be a change. But listen, we made the excuse Tuesday. Okay, it's the Utah Jazz. They're the best team in the NBA right now. That's fine if we lose. But then we go and face the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we're making guys like Isaac Okoro and Larry Nance Jr. look insane. It's frustrating as a Celtics fan to see this. I think we need to go for Jeremy Grant. That'd be amazing. But right now, their ceiling is probably like maybe the Eastern Conference Finals, but it's pretty much just a second round exit is their ceiling. And to be honest, they might not even make the playoffs the way they're playing. I think they'll end up in the playoffs, but if we can't get our acts together, this isn't gonna be well for us this season. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are playing out of their mind right now. They're playing excellent. We can't seem to get the pieces though around Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Walker's been doing fine. I'm happy with Kemba Walker lately. I wish he could play back-to-backs, but he can't for now. Smart is on a minutes restriction. He's been playing all right. Sometimes he chucks up random threes, but to be honest, we need Marcus Smart on the floor at all times. Daniel Tice and Tristan Thompson is another problem. I don't know. Daniel Tice's ass. I was like I talked to other Celtics fans and they're all like, "Oh yeah, Tice is awful." But I was trying to like make a point that Tice is decent and he's playing decent. But lately he hasn't even played that much and he's been playing awful. Like Robert Williams should be starting, Daniel Tice should be off the bench. And Tristan Thompson has been playing okay. I think he's a little underrated this year. I think people are overreacting. Tristan Thompson gets boards all the time. He just needs to rely on passing it out to a corner guy. Oh, and speaking of a corner three-point shooter, Aaron Naismith has hardly played this past month. Our 14th overall pick in the draft hasn't played at all. I understand he was injured last year, but you gotta play the rookie his first year. I mean, that's not good. That's not gonna be good for his career, right? If year one he's just sitting on the bench watching this Celtics team play, and the Celtics aren't that good right now. So might as well try to put Aaron Naismith in. He was playing fine when he was. He was making hustle plays. He was making three-point shots. Why are we sitting him on the bench? I don't understand Brad Stevens' logic for it. And I don't understand why Danny Ainge is just sitting there watching this team lose after lose after lose against awful teams. Coming up, I think we have the Bucks and the Kings. Bucks are great and the Kings are awful. To be honest, with this weird of a team that's been this year, I have a better feeling we're going to win the Bucks game against the Kings because we can't do good against bad teams. We've lost to the Pistons, we've lost to the Wizards, we've lost to the Cavs. I'm sure if you named a couple other bad teams right now, we've probably lost them too. And it's just getting very annoying. The Eastern Conference isn't that great. We should be third seed. We should be third seed. Honestly, I think we're better than the Bucks when we play great, but we're not. And there's many reasons that I've named. Brad Stevens being one of them with his rotations. Danny Ainge just sitting there doing nothing. Guys like Grant Williams and Semi Ojeleye playing very insufficient. Daniel Tice, our starting center, is playing awful. And Aaron Naismith just sitting on the bench. It's ridiculous. And to be honest, with Jeff Teague as well, he's been playing like okay defense on these guys, but his offensive IQ is just awful. Like I feel like I'm watching like an 8th grade basketball game or something where it's just a small point guard on the floor and he just chucks up shots and like I don't know. There's a kid I can compare him to that I know, but he just runs around and it just seems like he's doing nothing like important besides decent defense. I say we get rid of Grant Williams. I say we get rid of Daniel Tice. I say we get rid of Jeff Teague. We need to make a trade for Jeremy Grant. And if we don't make a trade with a great trade exception we got, then what reason do we have to keep Danny Ainge as the Celtics owner? There's no reason if he's not going to use this big trade exception in the next week. I mean, maybe after I upload this video, something big happens, but I highly doubt it. I talk to Celtics fans all the time, and they don't think, I wish we had Jared Allen right there. Jared Allen is a great player, great young center. Wish we got him, but we didn't. So those are some reasons why the Celtics are most likely going to be first or second round exits this year, unless something turns around. Besides Tatum, Brown, Kemba, and Smart, and then Pritchard and Rob, I guess, nobody's playing good at all. So, everyone else I didn't name has been playing bad, except Naismith has an excuse because he doesn't play, which sucks. But thank you guys for watching this video. Follow my TikTok at NFL and NBA Vids, and I'll see you guys in another video.